if I was saving up to start Amazon FBA and I wondered what can I do in the meantime, well, I'm going to give you a step-by-step video on how you can prepare best for starting Amazon FBA so that when you actually start, you will be very, very, very good at sourcing and you will not struggle as a new seller. My name is Zach. I did 100K last month selling on Amazon. I've taught over 300 students at SS University. So I'm going to show you today one strategy that I've used to help students before they actually get started. Let's get straight into it. So you might be a bit confused why I'm asking you to start already. The truth is, most of you are building up to something and putting so much importance on when you actually start. And what this can lead you to do is waste so much time watching people's TikTok lives, even mine, for example, watching YouTube, scrolling. And what happens is the more time you spend figuring things out, the more self-doubt is going to come into play. Can you even do this? Are you even good enough? The reality is you are. And the best cure for all of that is action. So I want you guys and girls to actually take action so that when you start FBA, you're not, what about this? What about that? You can learn so much by actually just starting. And then when you're jumping into the TikTok lives, for example, or YouTube, or watching my posts on TikTok or Instagram, by the way, make sure to follow all those pages at Zach SS Uni. And when you do that, you will actually now have things that are important to ask about because you're actually doing the work rather than worrying about things that don't even matter. Secondly, you will use your time effectively. Instead of spending an hour watching someone do Amazon FBA, you can actually do it yourself. So the first thing you're going to do is head to Seller Amp and you're going to click on the monthly one and you're going to click the Getting Started package and you're going to click the 14-day free trial. And this will allow you to obviously get a free trial when you start. And then also, if you check the link in the description, you'll be able to get 50% off your first month when it starts charging you. So in that way, you will actually be able to source products and not actually spend money. Now, even if you are not starting for 3-4 months, the reality is £15 a month to learn a bunch of lessons so that when you start, you're so much better is worth it in my opinion. So make sure to get this. And same with Keeper, you need Keeper as well. What you're going to do is this is €19 a month, again, around £15. So £30 a month you will pay. Most of you pay that for takeaways. You spend that on rubbish, or on junk food most of the time. You spend it on Netflix. You could definitely spend this on a business. And the reason why most of you haven't is because you don't know what to do. And I'm literally going to show you how you can practice getting good at sourcing. Because guys, sourcing is one of the most crucial things to learn when you are an Amazon FBA seller. So let's go, now that you've got your software, make sure to go to Amazon now. Okay. Now what you need to make sure to do, by the way, is you need to add these as Chrome extensions. So what you want to do is you want to click these 3 dots here and you want to go on to extensions and you want to visit Chrome Web Store. Now, when you do this, you simply want to type in SaaS or Seller Amp SaaS and it should come up, as you can see here. And then what you need to do is you install it. So you click on it, you install it, add it to Chrome. Same thing as Keeper. Install it and add it to Chrome. Then what this will do is you will scroll down and when you do click on an Amazon listing, you will be able to have these softwares go hand in hand. Okay. Now, in terms of actually how to use these softwares, how to get good at them, I've got a 2-hour free guide that's on my channel. You shows you how to use these softwares properly. I'm not going to waste your time in this video, but if you just subscribe to my channel, you will find it as one of the first videos. This is the most viewed video with over 8,000 views. Now, the reason I've chosen Lego is because there are so many Amazon FBA sellers selling Lego, and you want to be able to actually use a method which is called storefront stalking, which helps you find other sellers' stock, basically. And the other method that you're going to do is you're going to do something called manual sourcing, where you're going to go through websites. So if you're going to do manual sourcing, the one thing I would say to you in terms of preparing is you simply want to find a website that's seasonal. So if you are not starting FBA yet, but it's Christmas, then you need to think about what are some seasonal sites or some retailers. I've also got a 200+ retailer list I'll leave in the link in the description as well. You can manually source through those, choose the ones that are seasonal, and you'll be able to go through them. And I'll show you exactly how to do that in a second. But the first way we're going to do is we're going to simply type in Lego and we're going to look for the products that, where it says more buying choices here, we want to find the products that have the most amount of buying options, because that means there's loads of sellers on that. So, I mean, this one, to be fair, has 40+ people. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the other sellers here. And we are going to click on filter. We're going to click on Prime. And what we're going to do is we're going to look for people that have very, very low ratings. Okay, so very, very low ratings. So anyone under, so this person has 5 ratings. So anyone under 15 is fine. And we're going to click on their profile and we're going to click on visit the store. Now, as you can see, they've got a bunch of products here. So what we're going to do is we're simply going to click on these products and we're going to look to source them. So this product sells for £290 and we're going to get good at getting into the hang of sourcing, okay? And then analyzing. So obviously watch the other videos in regards to analyzing, and you are going to click Google on here and you're going to find the product. Now, one thing to note, by the way, is you need to find the product for this max cost price, so about 187. So now you can see if we can find it. Now, we need to find it for £187. On this website, it was 161, but it's out of stock. Here it's 159. So you could potentially buy it from here. Now, one thing to be careful of when you buy these types of items is make sure it's a legitimate place. So it's sold out again, but make sure it's a legitimate place. The way you check that is check places like Trustpilot or Scam Advisor as well. But you'll simply just be scrolling through this and trying to find the product. And you're going to get good at the habit of basically learning how to source. This is all sourcing is. It's simply finding the products, looking for them online, finding the products, looking for them online. And the reality is, you know, it's a game of how quickly can you spot good opportunities. The more products you source, the more you're going to realize these products aren't usually that good. I can never usually find these types of ones. You know, these websites aren't very good. You'll even come across websites that are good. So let's say you sourced the product and it came up with a website. What I meant by manually sourcing the website is, for example, let's take this website that we just found, right? What we can do is now we can go through this website. So they've got other products, right? So you can go back onto the website, see what they've got. So they've got other Pokemon. What other stuff do they have? So they have booster packs. Now, most of their stuff is sold out. Probably they did some Black Friday sales, I assume. But anything that is in stock. So if you try and find stuff that's in stock or refined by in stock, they got one thing in stock. What you would do is you would copy and paste this. You would go right back to Amazon and you would paste it in, see if it comes up. Now, as you see, this is actually selling for £12.98. And what can you see here? You can buy it for €7.99. So that's not too bad. That's probably around £7. So again, you want to see, are you going to make profit on this product? And as you can see, for £7, you guys will be not registered. You'll make a little bit. You're not going to make crazy amounts, but you'll make a good product. And then what I want you guys to do is I want you to copy and paste this listing and the website and put it onto a spreadsheet. Now, what this is going to do is you'll be able to start to see which products you found, which places you found it from. And then by the time you actually start Amazon FBA, you've got a bunch of products and a bunch of websites. And now you can start going through those websites. Now you'll understand, all right, this website was good for this product. I kept finding loads. This product was good for this. And this is going to allow you, when you start, to actually start fast. So remember, step by step, if I was starting Amazon FBA again, I would get Seller Amp, I would get Keeper. If I didn't have the money, I would be practicing sourcing. I would do the method where I find low sellers, which is number one, and I'd basically go through their stores and try and find those products. The second one is the manual sourcing, where you go onto these websites and copy and paste them back to Amazon. And just to remind you, with the manual sourcing, right? So I said there's 200 plus retailers in the link in the description. What you need to do is you need to essentially pick one that's seasonal. So in one of the websites, basically, we had home bargains. So if we check home bargains, because it's Christmas at the moment, they have a lot of discounted toys and stuff like that. Again, this is a manual site. And what you want to do, you want to go through the trending products. You want to go through the sale, right? So they've got this original source X Oddballs perfect pair gift set. So look how much that's reduced by. So you want to often look at the stuff that's reduced the most. So I don't know if we can click on this. I'm going to click buy, see what happens. It doesn't let me click, it does. And if I copy and paste this, let's see if this is on Amazon, right? Same thing again. And this will even motivate you to start way quicker. Now it is actually on Amazon here, but it's selling for, so not actually in stock. So you could, and this is where you look at your graphs. I mean, it's selling for £5.95. How much is it here? £3.99. I don't think you're going to make much profit on this. But yeah, this one won't be one to buy. So again, it's fine. You just go through another one. I mean, here there's actually two. Is this the same listing? This one has pants. This one has socks. So if we go back to here, there's actually a pack of two here. And as you can see, you could buy a pack of two. It doesn't seem to sell many times. It doesn't really say how many times it sells, so you would leave that. And this is where, again, if you want to know a bit more about like what makes a good listing and all the A to Z, I would watch the free guide first. And following the free guide, this is the one to watch because this is going to show you how you can take action if you're not ready to start, okay? And you can implement some of the methods from the free guide to here. So remember, 1, if you've got less than 1K or less than 1.5K, you're not ready to start just yet, sign up to the software, get sourcing. Go through other sellers' stock, go through other sellers' stores, go through manual websites based on seasons, copy and paste them into Amazon, compare the prices, and get good at product sourcing. This is all it is, your product sourcing. So get good at the skill, and trust me, you will reap the rewards. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more valuable information like this, and I'll see you all soon.